Apparently, it all started with an apple. A few thousand years later, Apple Computer gave us the slogan, "Think different." Well, you may not be obsessed with gizmos, but I think we can learn something here. Apple sets the standards for deeply understanding culture and shaping its rituals with profoundly creative designs. So when it comes to thinking different about the future shape of church, many of us are going back to the drawing board. Hi, I'm Simon Buckingham-Shum and I've lived in Milton Keynes since '95. And I'm part of a network who are trying to reimagine what it means to be church. You remember the kid in the Sixth Sense movie? I see dead people everywhere. Well, I see God everywhere, and people looking for God. The thing is, they're not looking for the meaning in the church. 300 young people will leave the UK church this week, and I sympathise. I feel like an alien at most services. The church used to have the power to compel belief. Now we see how culturally disconnected it was, and still is. So the old model's dying. Maybe now we'll let God breathe life into new forms. What is the church anyway? Well, surely it's not who's in and who's out. It must be wherever we find love, peace, humility, self-control, what the Bible calls the fruit of the Spirit. That's people walking the way of Christ, whether they know it or not. And where we find arrogance, scapegoating, closed minds, and all the different addictions to culture, that's people walking away from Christ, whether they know it or not. We need transformation. For me, this all started in York, where we reimagined church in dance club culture. This forced us to think hard about what's central to community and faith and what's just cultural baggage. Clearly, one size fits all doesn't wash anymore. Here's a Milton Keynes example. Enigma's a group that meets each week in Wolverton. Been going since 2000. There's no leader, no dogma. We share our food and gifts in homes. It's a place to figure out what it means to follow Christ in our contexts. Food for the journey as we give out to our families and at work, to the community and beyond. And every now and then, other groups invite us to design worship for them. Now let's imagine cells all over Milton Keynes. They've found patterns for celebrating faith that make sense for them. And maybe this could be a clue. If relationships are key in these fragmented times, maybe that makes hospitality one of the most potent spiritual gifts. Our job? What's our job? Maybe it's to reimagine ways to communicate the God of surprises, in ways that subvert the stereotypes.